Niaje wase, so welcome back. Now, over the past couple of weeks, there's been a lot of buzz about allegations that Jubbaland Forces from Somalia have crossed into Kenya's Mandera County. This has sparked major public outrage over border security and national sovereignty, with conflicting reports from Kenyan officials. Some are denying it outright, while others say that investigations are ongoing. So in this video, we are diving into who these Jubbaland forces really are and what they might be doing in Kenya. So let's break it down step by step. First off, the Jubbaland Force is essentially the paramilitary security unit for Jubbaland, which is an autonomous federal state in southern Somalia. They started operating under the administration of Ahmed Madobe, who is the president there. They are headquartered in the port city of Kismayo, and their main focus is counterterrorism and dealing with provocative actors within Jubbaland. The unit is commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Mahad Islam. Now, think of them as a regional force trying to keep things stable in a volatile area. Now, to understand the drama, we have to look at the bigger picture, which is the ongoing conflict between the Jubbaland forces and the Somali National Army. Now, it all escalated after the 2024 Jubbaland presidential election. You see, the Somali federal government refused to recognize Ahmed Madobe's win because it was based on the old indirect clan system, whereby only 75 people from prominent clans voted and not universal suffrage. So they wanted the election delayed until 2025 for a one-person, one-vote system, but Madobe went ahead with his administration. Now, tensions boiled over when the federal government stationed more troops in the region. On November 27, 2024, a gunfight erupted in Raskamboni, near the Kenyan border between the Jubbaland forces and the Somali National Army. That same day, the feds issued an arrest warrant for Madobe, charging him with high treason, sharing classified information with a foreign power, and undermining Somalia's constitution. So this is part of a broader constitutional crisis in Somalia. And speaking of which, let's quickly cover Somalia's governance structure. You see, it started as a centralized republic, but from 1969 to 1991, it was under military rule by Said Barre, which collapsed into civil war and years without a real central government. Now, to fix that, a federal model was introduced in 2004 with international help, aiming to spread power and resources beyond the capital, Mogadishu, to encourage peace. This was solidified in 2012 with the Provisional Constitution, creating federal member states, but there's still a lot of ambiguity about how power and resources are divided between the central government and the autonomous regions. So this is Politicos 254. Kindly subscribe. You can like and share because this will enable this content to reach more people. You can also support us on the M-Pesa till below. Thank you. So, what are Somalia's federal member states? Here are a few mentions, but mnisamehe in case I botch the names. Now, there's the northeastern state, which is the newest one, and it was established in July 2025. We also have Puntland, which declared autonomy in 1998 in northeastern Somalia. There's the southwest state covering Bay, Bakul, and Lower Shabelle in the south. Now, Jubbaland, which we'll focus on, is in southern Somalia bordering Kenya and Ethiopia. There's also Somaliland, which declared independence in 1991 but isn't internationally recognized. It's de facto independent, but it is technically part of Somalia according to the federal government. And finally, there's the Banadir Regional Administration around Mogadishu, whose status as a federal member state is still debated. Now let's zoom in on Jubbaland. It is in southern Somalia, including Gedo, Lower Juba, and Middle Juba provinces. It started as the interim Juba administration in 2013 after a reconciliation deal with the federal government, but getting there involved a lot of conflict. Strategically, it's important because of Kismayo's port and its border location, so stabilizing it matters a lot for the region. But its relationship with the federal government in Mogadishu is tense, with armed clashes and failed attempts to remove Madobe as president. That brings us to Kenya's role in all of this. Kenya has been involved in Jubbaland since at least 2011 when it launched an incursion into southern Somalia to create a buffer against Al-Shabaab militants. Kenya has supported Jubbaland security forces through joint operations, giving it a lot of influence over the region's leadership and policies. But this has clashed with the federal government in Mogadishu, which sees it as foreign meddling in Somalia's sovereignty. So, fast forward to now, recent allegations claim that Jubbaland forces are in Kenya's Mandera County. Reports say that they fled across the border after clashes with the Somali National Army in Bulahawa and might be regrouping to retake the town. Local leaders like the Mandera governor and senator are sounding alarms, saying that these armed forces threaten Kenya's security, sovereignty, and daily life. The Kenya government's responses have been mixed. Some deny of the presence, others confirm that probes are happening, and there's a lot of talk of politicization of these events. Now, if true, this could drag Kenya into Somalia's internal fights and give groups like Al-Shabaab a chance to exploit the chaos. It's a messy situation, highlighting how intertwined these border regions are. What do you think? Should Kenya get involved or stay out? Drop your thoughts in the comments and follow us for more on East African geopolitics and Kenyan issues. Thank you for watching.